Being the third member of Team 7, which already consists of arguably 2 of the 5 strongest ninja to ever exist in the Naruto universe, it can be really easy to find yourself getting lost in the shuffle. Nothing you do, no matter how great it is, will ever compare to the feats of your other 2 team members. For Sakura Haruno, this has really been the reality of her character once we hit the tuning exams. However, just how powerful is Sakura Haruno, the most hated member of Team 7? In today's edition of the True Power series, we're going to break down the true power and skill of Sakura Haruno. Just to be clear, this video is going to be discussing adult Sakura as she is in the Boruto era, but I will be making references to the Naruto manga, all 4 Naruto data books, and the information that was given to us about Sakura during the 15-year time gap that exists between Naruto chapter 699 and the start of the Boruto the movie. Now, starting things off, Sakura as an adult is way more skilled than a lot of fans might realize. While she isn't skilled in all 5 changes in chakra nature like Naruto and Sasuke, nor does she have a jutsu that is rooted in Kage Genkai, but as an adult she has mastered 2 changes in chakra nature, being earth release and water release, as confirmed by series creator Masashi Kishimoto in Naruto Databook 4, which was the final databook for the Naruto manga. On top of that, she has mastery of other jutsu that is rooted in yang release as well as in yin release, with yin release being her specialty since Sakura has a natural affinity for genjutsu, which was stated multiple times in the original Naruto manga. When we first get introduced to her, Sakura relied more on her brains and understood the basic principles about combat because she was one of the better students at the academy, but she clearly lacked the power that Naruto had, the skill of Sasuke, and the iron will of both of her teammates. Despite starting out as a hindrance of her team, Sakura, after the war arc, began to make good on the praise that Hashirama Senju gave her when he said that her monster power might have exceeded Tsunade's. Before the events of Naruto the Last, Sakura achieved the rank of Jonin, and over a year later, during the events of the Sakura Hiden novel, Sakura took down a foe named Kikyow, a ninja who, with the power of the tailed beast drug that was created from the DNA of Naruto that was left behind at the final valley where he fought against Sasuke. You have to look at it from this perspective on how powerful the tailed beast drug is. In its base form, Kikyow was someone who was weaker than Sai, but once he took the tailed beast drug, his power multiplied to such an extent that Hokage Kakashi felt enough sense of urgency that he personally called Naruto to join him on a mission to provide Sakura backup because of how powerful Kikyow had become. The tailed beast drug, which I'll cover in another video, actually transformed Kikyow into a version of the Nine Tails, and as he began to fire off Biju bombs, the very earth itself began to shake. Despite being smacked all the way across the giant forest of Konoha when she was struck by one of Kido's attacks, Sakura fought him off alone, and at one point she even managed to tank a partial hit from a Biju bomb that was fired at her, which swallowed up a pretty significant portion of her side. The chaos of the battle was so extreme that Sasuke, who was already on his way back to Konoha, thought about intervening in order to help Sakura, but it's here that we see Sakura's growth. Sakura, fighting alone, was able to take down Kikyow, albeit with a very high grade of difficulty and one of the most impressive battle strategies that we've seen in the post-war arc. This moment, as well as her increased strength and power afterwards, is why it was stated in the Naruto Boruto the movie novelization that if anything ever were to happen to Naruto, that Sakura was strong enough to replace Naruto's Hokage, and a lot of people deemed her as being the person who should replace Naruto's Hokage. Due to Sakura favoring close range attacks, her taijutsu is an important staple of her skill set. As an adult, her taijutsu skill and her evasiveness had vastly improved from where she was during the Kage rescue arc, where Sakura destroyed several of Sasori's 100 puppets. Adult Sakura has been shown being able to hold her own in battle with Shin Uchiha, despite the fact that Shin Uchiha has the visual prowess of the Mangekyo Sharingan. During the time skip, her skill in genjutsu also increased. An example of this would be in the events of Naruto the Last, where Sakura immediately broke out of the genjutsu trap that none of her other teammates were able to break, including Naruto Uzumaki, who is a perfect Jinchuriki. Her stamina, her chakra levels, and her skill increased enough so that in the novelization for Naruto the Last, Sakura was able to single-handedly restore all of Naruto's chakra after it was drained from near zero, after Naruto tried to prevent Toneri from taking Hinata. As shown when Momoshiki attempted to drain Naruto's chakra, it took Momoshiki several hours to drain 50% of Naruto's chakra. In the case of Sakura, she took 3 entire days to restore Naruto's chakra from near zero. As noted before, her monster strength had already significantly risen after the Naruto War arc. In early part 2, Sakura could upend the earth and destroy entire surfaces, and in spurts she was able to display her monstrous power on a continual basis. By the War arc, according to Naruto Databook 4, written by series creator Masashi Kishimoto, Kishimoto wrote for Sakura's entry that her power when she released her 100 ceiling was enough so that she rivaled the power of KCM2 Naruto and EMS Sasuke. Depending on the translation that you read, this same entry places Sakura as equal to Naruto and Sasuke before they get their Sage's 6 Paths power up. Now, another thing that people tend to overlook when it comes to Sakura, in particular when it comes to the release of her 100 healing seal, is that Sakura's seal also serves as a bit of an underrated speed boost. During the battle with Kaguya, we see Kaguya unleash an attack that 6 Paths mode Naruto describes as being super fast enough that he warns Sasuke and that Sasuke acknowledges the speed of the attack. Sakura is able to see this super fast attack coming, and at point blank range she's able to react at enough speed to avoid the attack, and is briefly able to outrun this attack before Kakashi, who has Obito's double Mangekyo Sharingan as well as parts of Obito's 6 Paths chakra, has to step in to save Sakura before the attack kills her. While this doesn't put Sakura near the levels of speed of 6 Paths characters, it does line up with Kishimoto's claims that she rivaled Naruto and Sasuke before they got their 6 Paths mode. The biggest takeaway from this is that Sakura's reaction speed is far more impressive than her travel speed. That being said, Sakura has gotten much stronger since the war, but to put this into perspective, War Arc Sakura was extremely powerful. With her seal unleashed, she was able to dole out pretty significant damage to Kaguya when she focused all of her chakra into one hit, being strong enough to destroy one of Kaguya's horns and knock her down far enough for Naruto and Sasuke to seal her away. Her skill in medical ninjutsu is enough that Sakura during the War Arc was not only able to heal thousands of ninja while replenishing their chakra, but she was also able to remotely monitor their status and adjust her chakra output as needed. This backs up Tsunade's boast around chapter 230, where she stated that Sakura's skill and natural instincts for healing are extremely rare and that Sakura's ceiling is extremely high. Those are the same natural instincts that saved Naruto when Naruto had the QB extracted from him. Sakura did more than basic medical ninjutsu, which it should be noted, if someone using medical ninjutsu makes a mistake, the person they're performing it on will enter into a comatose state. Now, going back to Sakura, if it weren't for Sakura, Naruto wouldn't have lived long enough for Minato to even attempt to give him the other half of the QB chakra, nor would Obito be able to give him the remaining Biju chakra that Naruto's missing. Now, you might ask why. Well, Sakura, upon seeing Naruto's heart had stopped beating, cut open his side, placed her hand inside of Naruto's body, and wrapped her hand around Naruto's heart, and focused her own chakra into her hand. Sakura forced Naruto's heart to forcibly beat against its will, and during the whole time that Minato failed to seal the QB chakra inside of him, and Obito sealed away the remaining Biju chakra into Naruto, Sakura continued this process until Naruto finished speaking with the Sage's 6 Paths. By the events of Boruto the movie, Sakura was acknowledged as having surpassed Tsunade as stated in the novelization for Naruto Boruto the movie. However, there's more to Sakura than being a mere support ninja. She can also turn that same medical ninjutsu into weapons that she can use in battle. Her chakra scalpel is used when she forms chakra around her hands and turns it into sharp blades. In surgery, she used the chakra scalpel in order to make incisions, but in battle, she can make precise slices on her enemy, slicing arteries if she wishes to, ligaments, muscles, and tendons, just to slow down her target. Given how much stronger she is than early part 2 Kabuto, who could use the chakra scalpel to slice through solid wood, it's not hard to imagine Sakura being able to slice through harder objects, like for instance maybe even slicing through something like stone. After all, as an adult, she can casually destroy her house down to the very foundation with a single punch. Sakura can also use the chakra transfer jutsu, which allows her to transfer large quantities of her own chakra to any one person that she chooses, or she can spread out the same volume of chakra amongst several people simultaneously. In the War Arc, Sakura is able to do so to heal thousands of shinobi during the battle with the Ten Tails, and to further put something in perspective for you, the Ninja War lasted for 3 days, and Sakura for over 24 hours healed people non-stop, which is another testament to Sakura's stamina. Her Cherry Blossom Strike is her focus placing her chakra into her fist and releasing the chakra upon impact all at once. If Sakura lands a direct hit on her target, she can potentially do fatal damage to her target depending on the durability of whoever she's hitting. As an adult, her destructive capability is a lot higher, as shown in her battle with Kido, where she was able to land several of those blows in a consecutive manner into the body of Kido in his pseudo Nine-Tails transformed state, with each punch creating loud booms and shockwaves when they connected. Sakura can use Creation Rebirth Jutsu, which allows her to release a large quantity of her chakra at once to force her cells to divide to heal herself, allowing her to heal damaged organs and tissues. While this jutsu is active, Sakura cannot receive a fatal blow. The drawback to this is that the body can only divide its cells a certain number of times, and it shortens her lifespan when she uses this jutsu. During her training with Tsunade, Sakura also learned the Four Corners Sealing Jutsu, which is used to seal away large quantities of chakra, most notably the chakra of a tailed beast. Sakura is also able to use the Regenerating Healing Jutsu, but I want to put something in perspective for you. Normally, it takes 10 medical ninja to perform this jutsu. Sakura is able to perform this jutsu alone. This jutsu takes several hours to perform. To perform this jutsu, Sakura places a person on the floor where they rest at the center of her jutsu formula. Using only a sample from her patient, Sakura uses the sample as a medium, like say hair or skin, in order to use her chakra to convert that sample into cells to repair the cellular damage that her patient received. One false move, repairing the wrong cell at the wrong time, or activating the chakra inside the cells at the wrong moment, or slip in Sakura's chakra control focus, will result in the death of her patient. This is the very same jutsu that was used to save Neji after the events of the Sasuke retrieval arc. Whereas it took a team of 10 working for several hours on Neji, Sakura can do this jutsu alone, and she can take things a step further, being able to restore entire missing sections of the body of her patient. Also, Sakura can perform this jutsu without the need of a sample from her patient, but instead she can use her own chakra to heal the person. But if Sakura does so, she becomes so exhausted that she collapses. Sakura's Strength of 100 Seal is a jutsu that was recently revealed in the Boruto chapter 36 as a jutsu that has traces going back to the times of the Sage's Six Paths. Sakura stores a large quantity of her chakra into one specific point in her body, in most cases being her forehead, and she does so at all times. This requires a level of chakra control that not even Shizune, someone who trained under Tsunade for far longer than Sakura, was able to master. All throughout the day, and even when she's asleep, Sakura stores chakra into her seal, relying on her body's memorization of the action, much in the same way that Rock Lee's body at times was able to train itself while he rested. When she releases the chakra in full, all the chakra that is stored inside the seal comes flooding out for her to use. As an adult, Sakura has now had over 12 years to store the chakra into her seal, since the last time she used this jutsu was back during her fight against Kido. Sakura also knows the Creation Rebirth Strength of 100 jutsu, which is a little different. To use this jutsu, one has to master the Creation Rebirth jutsu and then has to use the 100 Healing jutsu that was mentioned earlier. This jutsu differs from the Creation Rebirth jutsu in that it doesn't require hand seals to activate and provides automatic healing to any damage that is done. The healing acceleration is several times faster than the normal Creation Rebirth, as shown when Tsunade took 2 fatal wounds from Madara at the same time and was able to heal them immediately after being struck without the need to weave hand signs. When she used this jutsu, the markings extend past more than Sakura's face, but instead will cover Sakura's entire body. Though Tsunade is the creator of the jutsu, Sakura has managed to make it into her own. Similar to the chakra transfer jutsu, Sakura can also give another person the benefits of this jutsu by merely touching them via physical contact. On top of that, just like Tsunade, Sakura can also directly dictate how much of her chakra she draws out of her seal. This is done with the Yin Release Seal, the very same jutsu that Tsunade used in part 1 when she fought against Kabuto. Whatever chakra Sakura doesn't use when releasing the Yin Seal is automatically transferred to another seal to be used for the Strength of 100 Healing jutsu. In order to use a jutsu like the Creation Rebirth jutsu, this seal must first be in the process of being unleashed, and as an added benefit, the extra chakra that is being drawn out can actually be converted into using ninjutsu if the user so as desires it. So what do you guys think about the underrated power of Sakura Haruno? Where do you rank Sakura, and do you think that she could one day replace Naruto Naruto as Hokage? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.